Live streaming. We're live streaming. And this is the session where you get to play everything you always wanted to play. Don't forget, you've to put on your original sound. If you're going to play. There we go. We are being streamed. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Mother?
Yeah, I'm going to turn sound off though because I'm cooking, and you don't want to hear my stir fry, really, do you?
No, we want to eat it. We want to smell it.
It's going to have this in it.
What's that?
Thai
green curry paste. For a moment, I thought it looked like a picture of a cat on the label, but it's. That would be worrying, wouldn't it?
Oh dear.
I can make green curry paste as well, but you usually have to wait a couple of months.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Well, here we all are. We've all got in here. That's really great. I have to say, I really enjoyed Ollie's session, and yeah, it kind of really forced me to think about stuff that I sort of just kind of do without thinking about it. So I think it's actually really, yeah, that was really good for me.
I think we could really do with getting back into a hall and doing that stuff for real, couldn't we? You know, where we all get a go at doing it and that.
Yeah. Definitely.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Without a time, like.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a class here in the Pacific Northwest. We have a real early music scholar. He writes to the rules of counterpoint, and we take class. But their model for the class is they play in a trio. He writes the music for the trio. It's recorders and Renaissance instruments, everything, sackbuts and cornetto, and everybody plays what they want. There are 50 students in the class, but all the students are muted, but the trio of the teachers is at their place. So they're playing the whole arrangement that he did, and we just pick an instrument. We pick a tenor or an alto or a soprano, or we pick a buzzy or a doucen or a sackbut, and we play along to the trio. It's a great model for Zoom because you'll hear what the trio does, and then you just can learn your part. And he sends the music out. You print it ahead. I wanted to tell you guys because he takes this, he'll take something like this, and then he'll turn it into, a book like this. And this work is a brand new, never published works of John de Castro. This is volume 1, but I'll send a link because these are duets that fit on recorders, tabor pipes, what have you. But the model for the class is nice. They play in a trio and you hear the whole thing, and then you play along. That might be something to consider. 2 of us together, doing our thing, everyone else can hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will send a link. And they also have, there's a class, I'll send a link. It's an online class. The Saturday class, you guys could manage because it's not so early as the other one. And then the books, the chansons and sonnets by Jean de Castro, never published before because Phil did all the arranging. And the third thing is the Switzerland workshop in August of 2022. So just before the Pipe and Tabor Festival, they will have this recorder workshop in Switzerland. And I did it 3 years ago, before the pandemic. You stay in this castle out of Zurich, an hour out of Zurich at Steckborn. You stay in the castle, you take class all day, you play music all night, you run down to the lake, take a swim, all the meals are provided. I'll send information. If you play recorder, it's a wonderful week.
Yeah, all for under £3,000 for the weekend.
No, it's very
fantastic.
it's 1 week for about 900 pounds, a whole week, including accommodation and meals.
All right. Well, I could probably do that for about 250 in Whitby.
Not with this group, but yeah.
There is
I'll send information.
There is an amazing one that happens in southern Germany, in Black Forest in January, in ancient castle, a fortified monastery.
Not Lisburg, is it?
No, I'm just trying to remember the name of the place. I've been and taught at it. And it's a really beautiful weekend. Long weekend. It's a sort of it's like about 5 days or something. I went and did the bagpipe course and taught the pipe and tabor course. But it's a marvelous get together of musicians from all over Europe. Cut centre on this place. Really worth going to. I will find the details and send circulate it. Yeah. Oh look, there's Ollie. We can see you now, Ollie.
Oh darn! I best go back outside again.
People.
Again. Oh. Try clicking that in there.
That's better.
Well, who's going to start us?
Yeah.
I think the one with the silliest hat starts us.
Thank you.
But you're muted, Andy.
Okay, right. Do you want me to start, or because I probably have the silliest hat, I guess. All right.
You got the only hat. Oh no, Elizabeth got a hat on now.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have a go at Saturday night then, and we'll see how that goes. I might be a bit rusty on some of the double caver action. So.
Is that a D or a G pipe you've got there, Andy?
This is a high D.
High D. Good.
It's going to be like that, and I'm going to be trying to do the. I'll try and do the out and out in, but I may fail, and Ollie will notice. Yes, he's making notes there. Oh look, he's putting it in his book. All right, I've got original sound on, but maybe it won't work.
There's another pint, isn't there, Ollie?
Yeah. How many pints do I have?
Keep going, Andy. They're racking up. I'm enjoying this.
I'm just digging myself into this sort of like brewery vat of beer.
Just make sure you buy steaks in the brewery first.
We're going to get food as well as beer.
Okay, right. So this is going to be Saturday night Bucknell. If it works, it may fail completely. I may be forgetting out of it.
applause with chopsticks.
Well, I have to say it's really
Wild.
good to see everybody. It's lovely to see everybody. That's just amazing for me. Really good. I hope that MJ will be suitably inspired that Ollie played your music in the workshop.
I heard about that. I couldn't be there to see it, but
Yeah. Okay, who wants to play something now? Do we have a volunteer? Yes, we have Elizabeth. Hooray! Go, Elizabeth.
So, silly hats. My team, Bridgetown Morris men in Portland, dance what they call Buckin' Road, and I think the tune is Road to Buchanan, but I just love the tune. It's a fun dance, and they cross with sticks and just come across the set. It's a very bold dance, and I think the tune is called Road to Buchanan, and the guys call it Buckin' Road.
That's jolly fun. I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's a really nice tune, isn't it? Do you know where the tune came from, Elizabeth?
I will research it. It sounds like Buchanan sounds like an Irish, it sounds Irish to me, Road to Buchanan, but I will have to research it. They do a dance to it, a Morris dance too, Road to Buchanan. It's called Buckin' Road. So I'll look it up and I will send you the chart, Andy. It's just a fun tune. I like E minor tunes on the D pipe. They're fun to play.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Is it done in a particular dance style, or has it got its own style?
I forget, but it's six up, and it's a border style with the big sticks, and they cross and they go flying across the set. One corner crosses, other corner crosses, and then it's just smashing sticks. Da dum bum da da dum, clash. It's a big Morris border thing, so I don't know. I'll get some data for you and send you the chart, Andy. It's fun tune.
Yeah, that's great.
How is Buchan spelled? Buchan?
Yes.
What's that part of Aberdeenshire, Buchan?
Yeah, it's Scottish that is.
Well, and the guys call it Buckin' Road, so I mean it's American, the American pronunciation, but yeah.
There's also a Buchan Country Park in Sussex.
Yes.
But I don't suppose it's that one.
It says here that the name is probably Pictish in origin, could be, and related to the Welsh Buchan. So there we are.
Maybe, and they start by singing, "Some were tartan, some were blue, each had a heart both bold and true. Didn't they make such a strapping crew to put the road in order?"
Whoa, very nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So all they need is some woad then, really, isn't it? Actually, it could be, maybe it's somebody with a speech impact. Maybe it's a Pictish warlord with a with a speech impediment that started it all off. Maybe it was originally Bucking Road. Oh, Bucking Road. Right, who's up next?
Buck and Turnpike. Mm.
Bucking Turnpike. Very good, Steve. Right, who's up to play the next one? Do we have anybody volunteering? Yes, we have. Jason.
Are we having hatted people first, or what?
No, I think it's just anybody. Actually, I think Jason's next.
Oh, well, I'll be hatted. I've noticed people bring out their hats, so I've got my Black Swan Border Morris hat on to play a tune. But I'm not going to play a border tune. I'm going to play a Cotswold tune from that's regularly done by London Pride, the Cotswold side I'm part of. So I'll play it with my Black Swan Border hat on. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do Balance of Straw Fieldtown, carrying on the theme of Fieldtown that we had earlier from Ollie. Okay, so that's all right. Let me just check it. Hold on. Yep, that's it. Sorry. Okay.
great fun. I was just thinking of Russell actually, because he always used to put those little. Yeah,
it's like fit really well, and I think it was one of Russell's students who taught me how to do that as well.
Yeah. Oh well.
No, it's really yeah. They work really well, those two in there, I think.
Yeah, it's something quite nice about those. I like those. Haha. Who's up for the next one?
There we go.
Yay, Steve! Yay, hurrah! Hooray! That is such a fabulous tune, isn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice to go out and play that for a side? I haven't done that for a long time.
When my team visited England for the first time, and we were in Gloucestershire, and we saw the Lassiter Oak. Is that the name of the team? They're out
Lassington
of Gloucester
Oak.
there.
Lassington Oak.
They had 6 guys so perfectly matched in energy, and they danced that Orange and Bloom. And when they went up in the air and twisted, and the hanks went up, all 6 hanks twisted, it made an orange blossom. And I saw what Orange and Bloom meant. It was this beautiful flower, all 6 guys jumping, twisting, and making this flower with their hankies. It was an orange in bloom. It was an orange blossom. It was beautiful.
Was that an orange blossom special?
Well, yeah, but it was an orange blossom expression by 6 guys. I mean, they were all 2 feet in the air. They're like Ollie. They have the height, you know, and they were all evenly matched, and they twisted and threw the hanks up, and it made this beautiful white flower, an orange blossom.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And for the next dance, they did cherry blossom pink and apple blossom white. No, that was wrong. Just down the road from me, Lassington Oak. Yeah.
I took a photograph of John of Gauntmore's men once, that I think is probably a rare phenomenon. They were all off the ground at the same time. Wow.
Excellent. Well, Bird is very quiet over there. Is he going to? I'm hoping he's going to stir his stumps at some point, but he doesn't have to be now.
No, he's watching telly.
Is he watching the telly?
He's watching EastEnders.
It's not match of the day tonight, is it?
It's like the cat hates like Tabor, and also my hand's a bit dodgy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the cat really does not like Pipe and Tabor.
They'll have to take out the bagpipes then, Bird.
You don't mind then?
Give us a tune on bagpipes then, Bird.
No, not in tune.
How can you tell?
Are they ever in tune?
Can't you put the cat out and then play one? Or doesn't that work?
Certainly not.
I once got bitten by a small dog that didn't like the pipe and tabor. Penny was dancing, I was playing, she could get out of the way. It just made a beeline for me and nipped my ankles. And it was outside the Shakespeare's Globe, so we went inside Shakespeare's Globe and got them to get their first aid kit out.
Oh, no.
But actually, no, I think somebody actually dragged us in. It wasn't our idea originally. It had barely broken the skin. It was a very small dog, but it really didn't like the pipe. I think it was the pipe rather than the tabor. It wasn't very keen on the bells either, but Penny kept moving, so it couldn't get hold of her legs.
So if it was Shakespeare's Globe, was it like one of these kind of medieval plague doctors or something that saw to you?
That would have been fun, wouldn't it? Now, Penny and I had decided to go for a solo jig tour along the South Bank. It was the first year we ever competed at Sidmouth, and it was Penny's idea to get our confidence levels up, was to go for a solo Morris tour along the South Bank in London. It was mad.
I played many moons ago. I played at a folk club. It was in Tor Point, in down in Cornwall, and the star act that night was Les Barker. And if you remember, he had a little dog called Mrs. Ackroyd.
Yes, absolutely.
I started playing, and Mrs. Ackroyd came from the back of the club right the way out to the front and grabbed hold of my ankle.
Oh, no.
Got the biggest laugh of the night, that one did.
Even bigger than Les Barker's laughs, because he's so funny sometimes in that laconic way.
Oh, God. There was... and another night in the Navy folk club, I was playing for a clog dancer, and little square, took a little square board in. It's a crowded folk club. Put the square board in down on the floor, and I started playing a hornpipe, and he got up and started playing. And there was a lady right close to where he was, with resting her chin on her hand, and suddenly she projectile vomited. Come out through between her fingers and went all over him and the board, and he slipped off the board. We put that one down as a unique response.
There was a member of a rapper team who I shall not mention, who came to Thrale's Sunday event and projectile vomited over the bar, 4 hand pumps, and the manager's shirt. She wasn't pleased. So my advice is, if you really feel something like that coming on, aim for the floor.
But not where the clog dancer is dancing.
Probably not, no. But yeah, she had to disinfect 4 beer pumps. She wasn't pleased. And change her shirt.
Oh dear. Right, who's going to play another one for us? Yay, Neil.
I will volunteer. My intention was to practice something today, but as it turned out, I didn't. So,
same old rubbish.
Well, it's this one. I really like it. It's in one of the back pages of Terry's books. It's volume 2, and it's Quena Omegan de Vergen.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out. Right, okie doke, here we go. I'm not quite sure what rhythm to do to it, but never mind. Something will turn up. Ah.
What was that one called, Neil?
Quena Omegan de Vergen. But I mean, Terry might know how it's pronounced.
I'm not sure. I never heard it before. That was brilliant. I must say, just a little thing, that the Early Music Shop has offered to stock these books. They want to stock all the 5 volumes.
Well done! Hooray.
Some good news for the Pipe and Tabor, I think.
Yeah.
Also, Volume 6 is nearly finished, and that's Celebrate, and it's got 140 tunes from around the world which are used for celebrations like Christmas, Easter, Passover, 4th of July, etc., etc. So,
Out in time for Christmas?
pardon?
Out in time for Christmas.
Yes, there's 60 carols in there.
Oh wow!
So you'll never be short
brilliant.
of anything.
We've got 6 people watching on YouTube at the moment. One of which is Rob Guest, but we've also got Birgit Grossfang. Hello, Birgit, and she is and she says she hasn't got much of a repertoire, but she started to play some Playford tunes. Could we play some Playford? Does anybody like to give us a bit? Oh, there's someone got a hand
Gillian
up
should
there.
play some
Gillian.
Playford. Yeah, Gillian's the expert on Playford. Woo.
So this is for Birgit. I hope I'm pronouncing that.
There,
Birgit.
unmute. I better put my Playford hat on.
Oh yes.
What do you reckon on that then? Bring it back to front. Hang on. Got the feather the wrong way round. That's better.
Can't see your face.
Beautiful.
If I could see my... Here's my stick. Right. This is a Playford one. It's called The Hole in the Wall. And before lockdown, when we used to do dancing in the village hall, this is one we used to do, and it's a lovely, lovely dance. So you have to imagine you've got your tail and tummy in, you know, and it's you've got dressed up nicely, and you've got a handsome man that you're trying to impress.
I love that tune.
Gorgeous. It's lovely, isn't
My
it?
mum used to dance to that. Fantastic. I love all those sort of like, the lovely half whole notes. They're stunning, aren't they? Really good. So Bird, what I don't understand is Bird's cat seems to be very differently behaved from Rebecca's cat. I don't really understand what's happening in the world of cats.
Bird's cat is elderly and very lazy, and my cat is young and very active. He believes in very, very active video bombing, really.
Video bombing.
and he waves his tail in time with the music.
Oh, a bit of help from me. He has got a very wavy tail.
And Birgit thanks us for that one. She loves your hat, Gillian.
I put a comment. I don't know whether you saw in chat that the tune was used in the film about Jane Austen's life called Being Jane. There was a tremendous scene where all the young people are dancing, and Maggie Smith, playing an older character, is looking on down her nose in the way that Maggie Smith's very good at looking down her nose. Passing comment on who's suited to whom and whatever. Who's would make a good match.
So just related to Jane Austen, a bit of a deviation, but just out of curiosity, has anybody ever seen the film Jane Austen? Pride and Prejudice with zombies? I think it's the best Jane Austen film I've ever seen.
I agree with that. It's a much better interpretation of Jane Austen than the plots. It explains why that idiot goes off with the daft cleric anyway.
Wow, so is it quite good then? Is it worth a watch?
Well, basically, yes. It's Pride and Prejudice with the bits in which Jane Austen leaves out, which is the lower classes, the Industrial Revolution, and in fact social change, and which eventually led to, Chartism and all that sort of stuff. So it's Jane Austen, but with the bits she leaves out.
Oh, while we're putting in a plug for Jane Austen, I will put in a plug for anyone who can to go and see Ostentatious when it's back on tour soon.
What's that?
Improvisation comedy of an instant Jane Austen novel. They discover a new one each time,
right.
And so it's different every time. And one of the performers is my super talented comedian cousin Rachel Paris.
All right.
Also seen in the MASH report.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds absolutely brilliant. And you say that
you'd love it, Andy.
Is it on kind of live somewhere? Is it?
Yes, I think they've got a monthly residency in somewhere in London, and that's going to be starting up again soon. And then they go on tour every year as well, and I'm not sure when that's going to be. Probably next year, but yeah, they do go around the country. There's a good chance they'll come somewhere near you because there are a lot of people live near there who might want to go to see it. But otherwise, you could go up to London.
Sounds really good. Wow. Yeah.
It's very, very funny. It's completely ridiculous.
That sounds just my sort of thing.
It is really, really well done. Carrie Lloyd's in it quite some of the time as well, and some of the one of the guys who also on the MASH report with Rachel, and he's also QIL. He's also in it. Just trying to remember what it is. Andrew Hunter Murray.
Cute. Well, this is all really good. It's good to get these recommendations, isn't it?
Wow. I possibly interest you in another black cat.
Another black cat?
Another black cat. Hold on.
Please, sir, I want some more. There are 4 males a day here. Yes, wait. I can feel my ribs.
Oh dear, what a laugh. do we need to quickly have a tune to recover?
Friend's cat, but there's an app where you can animate photos. I'll do the one with the cat and Chardonnay.
Oh dear. Right, so who hasn't played yet? Who wants to play? That's the question. Who wants to play? Terry's unmuted himself.
MJ.
Oh, MJ wants to. MJ wants to play.
Right, okay.
As well.
I know half of you have probably already heard me playing virtually, but yeah. Before my dad died, he wanted to learn to play a musical instrument because he was having trouble with his fingers on the concertina, and he wanted something that was a bit easier for old fingers, and he wanted to play melody things, and he'd never played wind things before. So Peter, my brother, ended up giving him something like a small guitar with 4 strings that was tuned the same as a violin or a mandolin. He couldn't cope with the double strings on a mandolin. So he told me he could manage 2 fingers, but he couldn't manage 3 fingers. So I wrote him a tune that only used 2 strings and 2 fingers. I've since discovered that it only uses 2 fingers if you play it on a 3-hole pipe. So you keep your thumb on all the time. And because it's 2 fingers, I called it Churchill's Victory. It goes like this.
Really nice, like that. It's very jolly.
Could you share a chart of that? That's very nice.
I'll send a copy of it to Terry. I haven't got it written down in an easily sendable format.
Oh, I guess I can write it out. Are we recording this session? I'll write it out from the session, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Print it for myself. Yeah.
Feel free to use it.
If you can share it, Elizabeth, that's nice.
Yes,
it's called Churchill's Victory because it only needs 2 fingers.
And the pieces I'm doing for the concert, one of them is by Ian Clemens, my Breton band, and he wrote a piece called Gray Birds of Winter, and I wrote a piece called The Hunting Hawk. So we'll share the music as well, the sheet music, if you want to listen to it and learn it.
That would be really nice.
It sounds as if there's an opening for a new piece of music using only 2 fingers, which is called Hitler's Defeat.
Or one for our former president with 1 finger.
Can I contribute another title, Django Winded?
Don't get it. Sorry.
Well, it's Winded. It's Django Reinhardt.
Right. Who was a famous composer?
No, he was a guitarist, but he only had to use the 2 fingers.
Ah, yes, I've heard of Django.
Yeah. Cool. Right, who's going to play the next tune then? Who do we have? Who hasn't played yet? Chris hasn't played yet. Go, Chris.
Yeah. Right.
The tune for Elizabeth's former president could be called Good Riddance to Trump, or Farewell to Trump, if you want to be a bit more polite.
Or One Finger Salute.
One finger salute to Trump, yes.
Anyhow, this is called Oh Away, Away. Away.
That's really nice. Is that from the? Because you often do stuff from a particular manuscript, Chris, don't you? Is that from the same manuscript?
That's just from the manuscript where I've got a lot of tunes from. I keep meaning to put them on the website or something. The ones that are playable on pipe and tabor. Since 1852, Fiddler's manuscript, but really.
Yeah, it's a really nice tune, that.
Yeah, there are 2 or 3 in there, which are really good.
Cool. So, Bird looks as if he's possibly going to do something.
No, she's still settled. You know what I mean? But she has got a back turned on you. She's not liking you very much at all. She's one grumpy cat.
Oh dear.
You've seen what she does to people she gets grumpy with.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that my firewall's going to be strong enough. Steve, are we secure against a cat attack over Zoom? That's what I want to know.
His mouse is dead.
Steve's incanting something in his muted state, I think.
I can remember when we went to York and you were still recovering, Bird, from that scratch. That was really nasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's still affecting me. That's one of the reasons why my hands playing up at the minute. All the tendons run through the flesh and are affected by the scar tissue. And past months, it's just all the tendons on the back of the finger have been seizing up.
Oh.
Yeah. There you are. He fights fires, but he's taken down by a cat.
It's a good job she was only toying with you.
Oh well. So Ziggy, do you fancy playing anything? What's your situation this evening?
Well, I could fancy playing something, but I can't be bothered going downstairs and unpacking the table.
Oh, okay. Do you have something else you can hit? Some sort of suitable thing?
No, it didn't do it, does it? No, I'm good for tonight. I'm having a good listen.
Okay. No, it's always nice to have.
So far, there's two I've recognised.
And certainly nothing I've played.
I used to minstrel quite a lot, so Playford, Dowland. I was well in there for 20 odd years, but I've never really played Morris tunes on pipe and tabor.
Yeah, I definitely don't know any Dowland, I'm afraid. But yeah. So yeah, so who would
Baroque, you know?
Baroque and roll. Stephanie, do you fancy playing something, or what's your situation this evening?
My situation is that I haven't been practicing.
Oh, well, that's the same for most of us.
I was very inspired by the talk with all the pictures earlier, because it's one of my ambitions to play pipe and tabor riding my horse. So
wow.
I don't know if anybody else plays pipe and tabor riding their horse. Anybody? I was quite interested to note that some of the pipe and tabor players were playing in such a position that the horses have to be very well behaved to be controlled without any reins or anything. So I've got as far as playing the pipe on the horse, but not the pipe and tabor, because I've still got to hold on to something.
Bird, didn't we see a pump clip in a pub once that had someone sitting on a horse playing pipe and tabor or something?
Yeah, it was.
Have you actually seen anybody live playing on a horse, pipe and tabor?
I'd be worried about losing my front teeth. Or possibly having a pipe inserted all the way through.
10 years ago, hundreds of years ago, they used to fire bows and arrows off the backs of horses. So presumably they're well trained.
Not only hundreds of years ago. I have my next door neighbour gallops a horse and fires arrows.
Yeah, there's something called horse. Is it archery or something? Horse archery.
Yeah.
Or,
I've never seen her do it, but I would like to one day.
So Gillian, you must be reporting this evening from the Mongolian steppes, are you?
I know. Yes.
So
Are
anyway,
they practicing to invade again with the Mongol?
Anyway, my horse was rather insulted when I played this particular tune, so I'll just play this. I'll play a quick tune.
Oh, lovely.
Madam's buggered off, so I'm doing something while she's away.
So you've got to watch this space because I'm going to end up playing that on my horse.
Yeah.
The punk clip the wench was talking about was in a Hartley's pub, oddly enough called the Pig and Whistle in Cartmel. And it was called Whistling Will. And it was a guy mounted backwards on a donkey with a drum and a long horn. He wanted a tabor pipe with a long horn. It just seemed appropriate for a pub called the Pig and Whistle. Talking of which, I'll play. French beret. No idea of the name. It's a 2-time beret. And that cat knows some really dirty language.
That sounds like what you're talking about there sounds like a version of riding the Stang or the Skimmington ride. Being forced to ride around the village facing backwards on a horse or a donkey, or like this on a pole. And he's playing pipe and tabor. This one's from Montacute House.
Yeah.
And he's a husband who misbehaved, and that was his punishment.
Oh my God!
The nature of his misbehaving was he what did he do? He was drinking whilst minding the baby. So his wife hit him over the head with a shoe, and the neighbours took their law into their own hands by publicly humiliating him. And he is symbolically playing the pipe and tabor. Yeah.
I took some photographs of it, and I think I sent one to Francis, and I gave a couple to Bill, because he does play a long horn and tabor pipe as well. So I think it was quite applicable for him. They're called Whistling Will. I think if I can find it, I will post it on the what do we call it, site.
Oh, what, on the Google group, you mean?
Yeah, Facebook jobby. What's it?
On the Facebook.
Oh, the Facebook jobby. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Technical term there.
Brilliant. I did love that tune, Bird. That's really nice. That's really good. Really like
I
that
think
one.
I'll post that as well.
That was very nice.
Oh, by the way, apologies for the concert one. We're not liking technical stuff. After 2 or 3 takes, I just had quite enough, so it's a bit of a disaster. But it's the best you're going to get because I'm crap at technology.
Well, there's only me and Bird and Andy have seen it, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's such a privilege just to see this stuff. I think I just love the way people take the time to record stuff and send it in. So yeah.
If it's any consolation, it took me 2 evenings to record my one. I trashed it so badly on the first night, I gave up and had another go the next day.
Took me ages, and I couldn't get the technology right. I couldn't get the tune right. And then one day I just got up, set the bloody phone up, and did it. I thought, how did that happen? Of course, every other attempt being a pig's ear.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just have to do lots of goes at it, don't you?
Yeah.
I know I do. Yeah.
I used to end up bad-tempered.
Yeah. On the other hand, Lady's Pleasure took me about 3 goes. It was a lot quicker.
Well, that's where the cat got most of her swearing from. I think she got it from me doing technology stuff.
Minding the technology, though, Bird.
What?
I was minding the technology, not you.
I'm talking about technology in general. Computers hate me.
Oh dear.
Right, it's a good thing we all love you then, isn't it?
We certainly do. And remind us of the name of the small creature on your table. What's the name?
That is a squirrel.
Of course it's a squirrel.
Many purposes in life. Stick warmer.
Oh, a stick warmer.
Have you not seen what it says on his T-shirt, Andy?
Hang on.
Rural Liberation Front.
Hang on, I'm going to have to put you on a bigger... I've got quite a small screen here, so hang on.
I'm very big to put on any screen.
Squirrel Liberation Front.
That's
Oh!
Apparently they're a band, which I've never seen before.
Oh, really?
I saw a T-shirt and thought, that's a Taborering T-shirt.
Bird, I loved your T-shirt when we were in the Gloucester Cathedral for our little concert, and your T-shirt said "Apes of Hell" in the cathedral.
We're talking about mass earlier in the day, and we were in Gloucester Cathedral,
Yeah.
and we were playing in there.
Yeah.
And Monsignor or whoever it was doing a bit of a spiel, and I was stood next to Andy, wearing a mask. You know, we got it. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, T-shirt that said "Apes of Hell" on it in the cathedral.
That's a quotation from a song about punishment in hell. About being forced to run through hell pursued by apes or something. I forget the name of the song that it's from.
We stood in Gloucester Cathedral. I was wearing this, stood next to Andy. I nudges him and says, "Does my nose look big in this?" Andy got a bit of giggles. That's my main memory of Gloucester Cathedral.
Oh, that's very good. Oh, very good. Very, very good. Yeah.
Isn't that what they used to wear during the plague as sort of?
Not quite. This one's more of a Commedia dell'arte mask.
All right.
A doctor's mask. I'm not sure what the character is.
You should explain why the T-shirt says "Apes of Hell," though, Bird.
It's a group we formed, sort of, We played for the U3A. We played for a couple of years. We had to think of a name. So H L sort of came into being.
Very good. Very good.
I've got a word from our sponsor.
Did you play pipe and tabor today?
That's on helium.
Oh dear. Right. Are we still playing music, or are we just drinking now? What's the situation? Do you want to play some more?
I'm happy to do another tune if.
Yay! Go, Jason.
Okay, I'll I'm not going to do Hunt the Squirrel, despite the intimidation from the squirrel. I'll stick to the Field Town theme and see if I can get away with playing this on my G pipe. I'll play the Nightingale and see if it works on a G. I can see you got your bit. Is that your G there, Andy? Excellent. It's hard to tell when you have it close up to the camera. It always looks like a big G. So definitely see the difference there.
Is that a Dixon?
Hmm?
Is that a Dixon G tabor pipe?
Yes, it is. It's a Dixon G.
I'm a very sad tabor pipe spotter.
Yeah, it's I've got a Dixon. They don't do them anymore.
Yeah, I don't like mine. It's never really worked for me.
Well, funny you talk about G's, because Andy and I and Barry Lloyd and a few others have been in discussions about a 4-hole G tabor pipe where you can bring your finger over and put a finger on a hole and get either an F sharp that's lower than the G or a C sharp that's lower than the D on the next overblow, etc. And it's currently
add a key. You can add a key. You know, like they do on recorders, just put a key that will go over the end, maybe.
Yeah.
Jim Jones made them, and Mary Hulson's makes an F pipe with a leading note, not a finger hole.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's in tone, semitone, tone. That particular one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Barry's still working on it at the moment. His prototype, but maybe it's something that will be ready for the winter warmer or something.
Do they come with a loop or a hook to help you support the pipe when you're using your extra finger as a hole covering finger instead of a supporting finger?
I'm not sure what he's doing. He's talking about maybe the hole is at the bottom and you shuffle your little finger along, or it could be with a loop and you put it over the top like that. But still in development, so all will be revealed, I think, over the coming months.
The Jim Jones, that Jim Jones has a loop, isn't it? Because I used to play one.
Yes, I did too.
To play one for Moulton sometimes.
Yeah. I've still got one in the drawer. Yeah.
You've still got one? Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
No, this one will be made of wood rather than metal.
Oh yeah.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll do Nightingale with my metal and plastic fippled out of stock or whatever Dixon G. Good fun. Thanks.
That was jolly fun. Yeah, that was
A bit
nice.
more Field Town.
Yeah. Hooray!
Nice to blow out the holes right at the top there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
It's nice playing that one for dancing. I love, because of the laid back sort of way and those back steps. They give a great shape to the dance, don't they? I find it quite difficult to play it without dancers.
Yeah, you really need people doing the slow galleys, don't you, and stuff?
Yeah.
It's really,
yeah.
Yeah, good fun.
My
though.
team don't use slow galleys. They use a combination of that they cut the steps in a different order and end up doing back steps, feet together, jump at the end of the phrase rather than the slow galley. They do a fast galley, I think.
I love that slow galley.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I love doing it. Actually, it's great fun doing that.
It's a beautiful dance, isn't it? And the long Field Town has got something special, haven't they?
Yeah,
yes.
Superb.
I think they're dancers' dances, though. I don't think people like watching them. Like the full
Not
Queen's
unless
Delight,
they're dancers as well.
Oh, there's always the Kenworthy's ancient old female dance, the old woman tossed up. That if you do the full version of that
takes a while.
the audience need they need to have a very large pint of ale to start, and then they need to be at least at the end of it, right at the end of the
Mad Jacks do that one full length, and
oh my God.
My first Morris team used to do a woman full length as well. I think the audience used to go away halfway through.
Oh.
Which actually,
At the other end of the scale, there was often, I was in a couple of dance teams which danced abroad. Mainly, that's all they did. This was back in the 70s, and we used to have a good, what we called a stamp and go dance to open up a show. And some of these dances were absolutely thundering pace. And I never forget Riggs of Marlow, the Headington one, just played at such a sort of a fake. And it'd be over in a minute, We'd be shattered,
Oh, sounds
but
very
I always
funny.
think that to start off a show, you need something with a bit of pace, grab people's attention. And I was in Russia, and there was a big concert they put on for me to play, for the Russian Society of Accordionists, which is a big thing in Russia. And this big auditorium, and I turn up there. I had pipe and tabor, 2 pipes, tabor, and 2 concertinas. And they wanted me because the concertina is the first page in the book of the Russian accordion, is all about Wheatstone and the concertina, the first chapter. And so I thought, right, I'll give them. There's no PA. It was just a big modern auditorium, about 1,000 people. I thought, right, I'm going to have to belt something out, so I'll use the big concertina, and I'll give them. However, play that 1.5 times through. It's a heavy concertina. By the time I was twice through, the blood had rushed to the muscles in my arms, and it was stretching my shirt. They were like bulged out like that. My arms were not going to do anything again. I had to stop. I finished the tune, and then I had to wait to about 3 or 4 minutes before I could do anything again. Which was quite. It wasn't too bad because I was able to do my explanations in the Russian that I'd learned, which took a while,
Wow. So was that in Red Square then, Steve? Where was that?
I did go to Red Square, but no, this was down in Sochi in the south, where they do the Winter Olympics on the Black Sea. Yeah, it was in the auditorium was right next door to the President's Dasher. So that was quite interesting. I think Yeltsin was the president then.
Oh wow! That's
a while ago.
So plenty of vodka would have been in stock there.
Oh well, yeah. Although the beer was quite good, I didn't really go for the vodka there. But
no, Yeltsin would have taken it all himself, wouldn't he?
Had all of it himself, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose he would.
In fact, the thing I drank most of there was tea, because it's a big tea growing area, and they not long after Perestroika they were short of cash. And so people got paid in tea, and then they'd sell it to their neighbours and things like that. Yeah, it was quite an interesting experience. And the other thing that I drank lots of was Moldavan champagne. And everywhere I went, they would have a little reception for me, and out came the bottles of Moldavan champagne and liqueur chocolates. And everywhere you went, that's what you didn't get any real food, You just got
no real food
and liqueur chocolates. It was years before I could face a liqueur chocolate again.
Oh, I know. Bird looks like he wants to play something.
Do another.
Yeah, you're going to play us something, Bird?
Yeah, well, Madam's left the building, so I figured it'd be a safe time to do it.
Cool.
2 tunes from a French group, I think from Gascony, called Plan Pan Pan. And I'm going to try and put the tape I've got of them onto a CD tomorrow, which could be quite nerve-wracking because the tape's about 30 to 40 years old. Fuck it, close enough. One of them's called, I think, Rondo de Capchu. Or Capchu. The other one, no idea, but I stole them from this group called Plom Pom Pom, who are brilliant a long time ago.
Really nice. Really like that. I love the way you do the ba-dum bum, bum bum. Yeah, it's really
That
nice.
is one of the few things that really works well on that technique. But it sounds impressive, but it's not as adaptable as the normal technique. It's nowhere near as adaptable. Tunes that work. Tunes that are a bit iffy sound bloody awful. Honestly, it's a tune that works, sounds incredible. You think, why would anybody do anything else? Then you try a normal tune or anything which is not driving and easy, and it just falls apart. The long stick, even though it doesn't sound as impressive on certain tunes, is actually a lot more adaptable. Shows why I spent so many hours trying to master it and failed.
Well, I got so inspired by your, the Bowron technique that I bought some nice little short sticks, but you make it look easy. It's not easy to do what you do. That style is fabulous.
Yeah, I started very early, did a lot of hours and a lot of drinking. I've
got that part.
I started trying to practice it when lockdown first started, but I'm afraid I gave it up, decided to stick to what I was more familiar with.
Well, after the last time I was on a Zoom meeting, Christina, I dug out some of the sticks I had made, and I've got one saved for you. It's one I had made, which didn't quite do it for me, but it might do it for you. So next time you come to England, subtle hint, I'll pass it on.
As soon as they will let me in. But yes, that would be great. And I bought a couple of, good, solid Tabor sticks that have the knobbly ends, but it's hard. I mean, I've played Tabor, I've played Bowron, but never with the pipe, and it's taking some practice. You're very good.
Well, no, to me it was totally normal. I mean, I did so much practice on Bowron before I took up a real instrument. I won the North of England Championship at Cumratis Colty, and it was just sort of doing it day after day, and it became automatic. I don't have to think about it most of the time. Whereas long stick, I've really got to work it out. But it's a lot of hours practice in my youth, or what I remember of my youth. Isn't a lot.
Yeah, well, that's no. I'm just well impressed by all of that.
Perhaps you should schedule a workshop for Bird at next year's festival, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Elizabeth and MJ will sign up for it.
Well, I mean, I'll definitely sign up for it. Yeah, I'll definitely sign up for it. Yeah, yeah. What would we? Yeah, you'd have to tell us what equipment we needed and all that sort of stuff, I suppose, wouldn't you?
If you've got one, you could use a tambourine and put elastic bands around the jingles to quieten them.
I mean, I do have a baran which I kind of failed with after various attempts at Sidmouth.
Any drum will do. I mean,
Oh, really?
You just sort of put a sponge on the skin, on the back. But any drum will do. I mean, I do it on my tabber, which I use for normal sticking as well. And it works fine. It's just sort of, you need about 10 inch.
Yeah, taken my tabor to Boran workshops at festivals occasionally. They always give me a very funny look. But I've got a short stick. Well, it's about 7 inches long. That's the one I use if I want to try playing like that, but it's not very good at it yet.
I think it would be quite difficult to play a double-sided drum that style. You really need to be able to muffle the.
Yeah, but you don't have a spare hand to do that because you're.
Oh God! I'm sorry. I thought you were just talking about normal sort of.
No, I was talking about using a Boran-style sticking with a pipe and tabor. But you don't get the full impact of playing a Boran because you can't use your other hand on it.
Yeah.
There is
That's the downside.
an instrument which is a block of wood with holes bored through it that some people use, and they use Boran sticking onto this but a block of wood with sort of a hollow block of wood. That's quite interesting. Gives a different sound altogether, really, but very good for dancing too. Anyway, we've gone past the witching hour.
Oh, we have. Yeah. Is it time for Hunt the Squirrel then? Okay. It is time Hunt the Squirrel. Get your squirrels ready, and obviously make sure you're all in a good state for tomorrow morning for Jez's workshop, and then tomorrow afternoon we've got Taborers in Conversation, 2:00. So if you're doing some kind of nice perambulation, you can do that after the sort of 2 till 3, nattering about Kenworthy and stuff like that. And then of course we have the concert stuff in the evening. So all good. Right.
And also, after the concert, there is an after-concert party.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Yeah, so we can get together and just have just bring your drinks, bring your own, and it'll be an after-concert party.
Excellent. And do I need to worry about the concert order, putting it on the website, Steve, or is that already there? I can't remember.
I haven't put it on the website. Let's make it exciting. People can discover it as it happens.
Okay, good. No worries. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go then. Okay. Right, thank you and good night, and a very squirreling to all. Thanks for all the lovely music.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.